Hey, how's it going everyone? I am an evil man and my catalogue of wrongdoings have finally caught up with me. As a result, I've been shipped off to Arkham Asylum to live out the rest of my days in solitary. However, this lady who looks like Seer Junda has asked me to join her secret task force to fight off an alien invasion. And when I say asked, I mean she injected a bomb into my neck. Cool. Today, I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Rocksteady's new game, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So admittedly, this game has got quite a big backlash from the internet, and I will not be acknowledging any of it. Let's get this plat, gamers. So this game's Platinum can be split up into 4 sections. The first is story content, the second's Riddler challenges, the third support squad missions, and the last is the grind. So naturally, the first thing I did was start the story. The game's story actually throws you 7 weeks into the future where you get to play as a squad having already been formed. This section acts as kind of a tutorial to let you try out the 4 different characters, those being Deadshot, Kingshot, Captain Boomerang and Harley Quinn, and then at the end you get to choose which character you want to play as. I personally like playing as Deadshot most. Oh, alright. But it really didn't matter because you're able to change your character wherever you want. And it really didn't matter because I need to get all the characters to max level anyway for the Platinum. But as I said, I chose to play as Deadshot for this opening section and I completed the tutorial, earning me the trophy Trial by Fire. Hey, and there's our first thing, Trial by Fire. I then get a pretty cool cutscene that acts as an homage to the opening of Arkham Asylum, see the squad come together for the first time, and I'm knocked out and thrown onto a train that crashes. Yep, that's good stuff. I end up going up this elevator that leads to the Hall of Justice. I walk around listening to everything the Justice League had to say because I am a nerd.
Well, it is.
Okay, thanks Harley. And I eventually shoot open this wall of cool stuff, getting the squad their traversal gear. And got another trophy, cleaning out the closet. Still some useful stuff from the Justice League. That isn't what it says. A handkerchief from Polka Dot Man. Oh my god, it was Condiment King's condiments. That's so Once I was done fanboying over the Polka Dot Man reference, I used my gear to head up to the roof where I can finally see I head down and activate this thing, and I fight off waves of Brainiac's aliens until Oh, it's the boy.
Hey, your face always looks so what?
I was just about to ask you the same thing, Quinn.
That's crazy. Green Lantern flies us around Metropolis, showing the destruction going on until eventually we're saved by the Flash. So naturally, we're sent to hunt down the Flash by Amanda Waller. That's this lady, by the way. You know, the neck bomb lady. Eventually, we're able to find the Flash, and him and Green Lantern have this cool-ass battle that ends with the Flash running off again. Oh, bro, I just found him! We find the Flash again, using Boomer's speed gauntlet, and defend him from some aliens until we're eventually overran and have to retreat into a place called the Batman Experience. Oh yeah, that definitely couldn't go wrong. After getting literally beat out of this reality, Batman almost executes Harley, but Flash is just about able to stop the bullet in time and is rewarded with an unholy Arkham Batman beatdown. Good stuff. Here we also get the trophy Hitting the Fan for surviving the Batman Experience. After that, I head back to the Hall of Justice and I'm folded by Wonder Woman. Can I please stop getting my ass kicked by the Justice League? Amanda Waller ends up saving our souls from Wonder Woman and finally reveals our task.
Task Force X. Your new mission is to kill the Justice League.
Anyway, apparently we need the Penguin to do that. So we electrocute the little guy and he's eventually picked up by Cole from Infamous, and we're given the trophy Foul Play for recruiting our first support squad member. Hey, we got another trophy, Foul Play. Around here's where I decided to partner up with my friend for a little bit, and I can confirm this game is a lot more fun with other people. My friend also generously had his game playing loud enough for me to hear it twice. Thanks, buddy. So after doing some shooting, we're greeted to a not so fond familiar voice. Oh my god. I head up to this tower and here's where we're introduced to the Riddler challenges. Alter scan Riddler solution, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. There are 3 kinds of Riddler challenges in this game: traversal challenges, trophies, and scan riddles. But I ended up leaving most of these for later. I ended up heading over to this arena place to grab some grenades and we headed back out again.
Goon suppression. Oh no, goon rescue. Cool.
Need to rescue the goons. Here we were forced to fight off some brutes for the first time, and then we headed out to grab the shrink tech.
Civilians are collectibles. Oh my god, it's power.
I did this civilian rescue mission, and then I headed back to the Hall of Justice. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, by the way, because the Hall of Justice is this game's... Oh my god, I forgot the filter stayed on. After speaking to Gizmo, that's this little guy, by the way, my fraud of a friend abandoned me, and as a result, I rebounded to Riddler challenges. Here I was able to earn the trophy Stop Me If You've Heard This One Before for collecting 10 Riddler trophies. Ooh, got a trophy. And the right question for solving 5 of Riddler's riddles. There it is. Oh, we got a trophy, the right question. Oh, also I saw this. Oh, that's a big... Whoa! That's a big Green Lantern construct. That's so cool. Yeah, it's in the map as well, look. So, That's pretty cool. I decided to put the Riddler stuff back on pause and made some more progress on the story. I went and spoke to Hack, and this gave me access to contracts, small tasks that can be done for resources and XP. I need to do 100 of these to get some trophies, so just know I'll be doing these in the background. Oh, also here's Batman. I just straight up didn't see him when I was playing. I just noticed Deadshot said something when I was rewatching my footage, so that's ominous. I headed over to Gizmo's marker and I was greeted with this thing. Now Rocksteady and cars admittedly have a bad history, but this thing was actually quite a lot of fun. The cars included sparingly throughout the game, and while you're using it, the game just lets you go on a mindless murder spree, blowing up everything in sight. Once that mission was done, I decided to go around completing a few contracts, and then I headed over to LexCorp to try and get rid of the bombs in our neck, because kinda itchy, not very comfortable. And on entering LexCorp, I actually earned the trophy Level Up for reaching level 10 as any character. Hey, level up. Reach level 10 with any squad member. Alright, I just leveled up from that, I guess. This guy goes boom. Amanda Waller explains our familial relations.
I'm your daddy now, Shark.
And we find out that Poison Ivy's still alive, so we're sent to find her. Oh, also I get the trophy warden at the end of the cutscene. We find Ivy, who's now a child, help her defend the plant from some enemies, and we stick a bomb in her neck because I am still bitter about not being able to get rid of mine. This is so uncomfortable. This also gets us the trophy Death Blooms for recruiting my second support squad member. Next, I just completed another plant defense mission and got the Deep Freeze Affliction, which lets me freeze enemies. That's pretty cool. That wasn't supposed to be a pun. I next headed out to find Lex Luthor because he has information on Brainiac and how best to stop him. We find him and Luthor explains his plan to kill the Justice League. Oh, okay, Flash got him. Deadshot tries to snipe the Flash because, I mean, it's not like his name's Brainthink, is it? Flash says fuck you and drops a big ass turret on us. Cool. We destroy the turret by throwing stuff at the place and shooting, and get the trophy Blitzkrieg Pop. And there you go, Blitzkrieg Pop. Says bot. We helped Lex out of the crate that he was stuck in, and oh, okay, he's dead. This guy's doing a real sucky job at killing the Justice League. Boomerang decides to taunt the Flash, so the Flash decides, oh, yeah, that's a tornado. Flash unsurprisingly kicks our asses, but Wonder Woman comes in and manages to save us. After a nice little talk, she shuts us in a crate and throws us into a building. Not very cash money of her. I head back to the Hall of Justice. Ah, Toyman's here. Wow, so cool. He's so fucking lame. Look, I'm gonna pick up the pace here because I think you get the pan. I get sent to do a thing, I head back to the Hall of Justice, I get sent out to another thing, etc. I'll just focus on the interesting stuff from here on out, like fighting the Flash. For this fight, the Flash runs around too fast for me to be able to hit, so I have to wait for him to do an attack, and then I can countershot him to deal some damage. I think that's how it works anyway. I'll be honest, I spent most of this fight on low shields because I suck, but despite having a terminal case of skill issue, I managed to kill the Flash, earning me the trophy Thunderstruck. Oh, there you go, Thunderstruck. Green Lantern shows up, threatening to cream Deadshot?
You are gonna get creamed.
Bro, what? And we jump through this portal that takes us to holy shit. We end up on Earth 2, where Brainiac's already won and the world's pretty much dead. But we do find Lex Luthor there, who tells us he's been in contact with the Luthor from our Earth about Brainiac. So during this thrilling section where we, follow a van, thank you, Rocksteady, I get the trophy The Chosen One for completing 5 of these combat flare challenges. Ooh, got a trophy The Chosen One. But he complete the combat flare... oh my god. The van's eventually able to send us back to our Earth, and for that I earned the trophy Head and Back. Luthor then helps us access a Wayne Bank, where we're able to find Wonder Woman making a kryptonite shield. How are you gonna kill him with a shield, dumbass? Luthor gives us a Sinestro Core battery, which makes me very excited. Ooh, okay, that's cool. I swear, I'm like a baby with a keychain. You just jangle comic book shit in front of me and I go, ooh. With a Sinestro Core battery in our possession, we head over to that big ass fort from earlier and face the Green Lantern. Oh, bro, saying it. This was another fight where I spent most of the time on low shields because I'm arse. But the fight generally wasn't too tough. All you have to do is counter shot the lantern constructs and then shoot him up a bunch while avoiding these bomb thingies. It was that last bit that I was bad at. But I do end up managing to kill Green Lantern, earning me the trophy Blackest Night. King Shark ends up grave robbing Green Lantern of his ring and manages to put it on. Can I just say though, that isn't how the Green Lantern ring works. You can't just take it off a core. Oh my god, that's so cool. After breaking the shield around Brainiac's ship, Wallace sends a nuke. Damn. Oh, but Superman stops it. Nice. Oh, but Superman's evil. Damn. Superman and Wonder Woman fight out a bit, and eventually Supes is stabbed in the chest with a shard of kryptonite, hurting but not killing him. Lex recommends a plan to... Oh, Wonder Woman dies, by the way. Lex recommends a plan to kill Superman, but apparently to do it, he's going to need Batman alive. So with some running around with the help of Ivy, I'm eventually able to find the Batcave, where I'm, for some reason, surprised to find Batman. Oh. It's Batman. Lucky for us though, it turns out to just be a hologram explaining Batman's contingency plans for the Justice League. So we just listened to... Why did Shark just cough?
If you want to have any chance of defeating...
Okay, yeah. No, that's really good. I think he just coughed on a Scarecrow guy. Yeah, that's... no, I figured that would be what's going down. So here we go through the Batcave as the different characters in the dark while on fear gas, which is just so much fun. No. This seems cool for like the first 2 or 3 minutes. It goes on for 12 minutes, and then right after we get to actually fight the Nightmare version of Batman, which, oh, this part sucks too. There's really only 2 gameplay parts of this game that stick out to me as glaringly awful, and this is one of them. You'll see the other later. Luckily though, this part's pretty quick, and once it's finished, we're able to defeat Batman, earning us the trophy Endgame. Endgame. Kill the world's greatest detective. We take Batman back to Luthor to... I don't actually know what he does. I guess he looks at the DNA to see how Brainiac's changed it or something. I don't know, but either way, around this point, I had time to kill while I waited for Luthor to finish experimenting, so I decided to go do some side stuff. Alright, so it looks like our next mission is actually going to be fighting Superman, and soon after that, I imagine we'll be fighting Brainiac and then wrapping up the story. So, instead of doing that, I'm going to actually go ahead and finish all of these, or as many of these as I'm able to do, just so I can get some cool gigs. Looking at this, there's some really cool stuff you can get, like, here you can get a whole new weapon man. So support squad missions are pretty simple. I'm given an objective like defend the point or get a certain amount of kills, but the game gives me a modifier to work around, like only getting kills from Gizmo's car or only getting kills from critical hits. I started with hacks missions because these actually reward me with more contract slots, which will obviously make getting that 100 contracts trophy way easier. But I was only able to do one of these missions before I was cut off due to story progress. So I decided to go and do Gizmo's missions, where I was also cut off for the same reason. So I decided to go and do all the Penguin's missions, where I had to save Penguin's men while only being able to deal damage while buffed. And I was actually able to do these ones, which got me the trophy Winged Vengeance, and also unlocked a mechanic called Overhauling. I'm not going to explain what it does, all you need to know is that I got the trophy choices for doing it. Next I went and wrapped up Rick Flag support squad missions, where I could only get kills using grenades. This was pretty quick and easy and earned me the trophy Managing People. Damn, we're flying through trophies now. After doing the support squad missions, I decided to mix it up a bit and figured I'd grab the rest of the Riddler trophies, getting me the trophy The Oldest One in the Book. There you go, the oldest one in the book. Lovely. It turns out there was actually a missable trophy back here in the Batman experience. So I just have to hit the first button and I should get a trophy here. There you go, history, yeah.
Like so many times before, but this night?
Okay, these voices are overwhelming. With that done, I figured I'd taken a good enough break and headed back to LexCorp because Luthor had finished experimenting on Batman and had made us gold kryptonite, which should apparently be strong enough to let us kill Superman. Pulling down these cheap looking rocks, we headed out to Central Park and blasted a bullet through Batman's head.
Maybe we can talk about what they did to my partner's face.
Holy God, what are you showing me?
His head.
Come on! Open your ass!
With the third Justice League member down at our hands, he now had to carry on the streak, so next up was Superman. This fight went very badly. I was on loose shields for the Flash and Lantern fights, but I at least kinda knew what was going on. For this fight, Superman's constantly flying around, blasting me through walls, hitting me with helicopters, and I couldn't keep up. I'm pretty sure this is the only boss fight in the entire game that I actually went down for. Twice. After those 2 downs though, I was able to get a better grip on how to use my traversal, and I was finally able to kill Superman, getting me the trophy Abandon All Hope. And finally, with the Justice League killed, the story ends and the squad high-five to celebrate. Why'd they have to carry on? After giving a generic bad guy speech about how he can give us everything we've ever wanted, Lex is able to teleport us out of there and explain what's going on with Brainiac. So it turns out there isn't actually one Brainiac, but 13. And it's at this point that Rocksteady just like completely gives up on trying to tell a story and instead starts explaining the endgame content. Here the game introduces incursion missions. These are the missions that teleport me to Earth 2 to complete an objective and have constantly increasing difficulty levels that give new rewards. These are going to be the missions I'll be grinding for better loot and to level up my character later on, but for now this incursion is a special one that lets me take on Brainiac. To do these missions however, I need a currency called Prometheum, which is earned by completing certain missions around Metropolis. Here I was also introduced to the Raising Hell mechanic, which is just a list of tasks that I need to complete to summon a hit squad that I have to kill. I'm only bringing this up now because I need to complete 10 of these for a trophy later on. Oh, also after all that stuff's explained, I get a new weapon that I ended up sticking with for the rest of the game. Ooh, Brainiac underneath Ray. That is not what he said. Anyway, while completing some missions to earn Promethean, I actually managed to get Deadshot to the max level, which earned me the trophy Norton's Last Stand. I was pretty happy with this, but I still needed to max out the other 3 characters for their individual trophies, as well as reaching squad level 50, which is basically what your levels go towards when you've maxed out a character. So I think it's fair to say I had quite a long road ahead of me still. Around here's when I switched to Shock so I can make some progress on him, but that didn't go good. After getting my first mission failed screen, I figured it should be better to switch back to Deadshot for these missions, and not too long later, I was able to get all the Promethean needed to take on Brainiac. All I had to do here was complete 2 missions on Earth 2, which finally gave me access to Brainiac's arena so I could start up the boss fight. I was pretty excited for this fight because I had no idea how they'd handle a Brainiac boss fight. So Oh, they just copy and pasted the Flash. Yeah, so this is easily the game's biggest sin in my opinion. Despite a lot of the hate the game's gotten, I really do love this game. But Rocksteady, what the fuck is this? It is quite literally a duplicate of the Flash fight with a different arena and some filler enemies between waves. So like, it's just worse. But enough of that, I ain't here to review the game, I'm just here to complete it. So with little to no trouble because, you know, I've already done the fight. I killed Brainiac, and I got the trophy. No one defeats Brainiac. And there you go. It's done. Story complete. Look, it says it right there. You know, if you wanted to celebrate, you could always subscribe and like. That'd be pretty cool of you. The game has a cool Kevin Conroy tribute at the end of the credits that 100% didn't get me emotional at all. I finally allowed myself to put on the classic skins that I've been waiting to put on until after the story, and I was finally given access to the 3 main incursion types that I'll be grinding for most of the endgame. I kind of explained it earlier, but basically how this works is once I beat an incursion mission, I gain access to mastery levels 1 through 3. Once I beat a mission on mastery level 3, I can move on to mastery level 4, then 5, and I believe that just scales infinitely. Incursion missions also give you access to special Bane themed loot. There's 3 tiers to the Bane gear, and the reason I'm explaining all this to you is because I'll be getting a trophy for every 5 mastery levels I complete up to mastery level 20, and I'll also be getting 3 trophies for equipping 3 pieces of each tier of Bane's gear. But before I go ahead and start grinding the incursions, I figured I'd finish off the support squad missions now that the story is complete and none of them are going to be locked off to me. I wrapped up hacking Gizmo's missions, getting me the trophies Shock Treatment and War Machine respectively, and then I started up Ivy's missions. For Ivy, all I had to do was defend the plants while only being able to deal damage to inflicted enemies, which is pretty simple to do. I should probably mention that I also switched to Harley here to start leveling her up. I completed all of Ivy's missions, getting me the trophy Welcome to the Jungle, and I also unlocked the Supercharge mechanic, which lets me make my inflictions a little bit stronger. And supercharging my weapon also got me the trophy Forces in Motion. And next I'm going to be doing the Lex stuff just because, you know, there's only 2 missions there, so I might as well just do that now. Lex's missions weren't too complicated either. I just had to kill all the enemies while only being able to deal damage via counter shots. Wrapping these missions up got me the trophy Your World is Mine. I wasn't recording. Wait. What was that? Oh my god, you don't have to claim the rewards, you just have to complete them. That's so annoying, man. With that goof of a trophy out of the way, and more to come in the future because I'm dumb, all I had left to do now was the Toyman missions. Again, these were pretty easy, and I ended up getting the trophy Combine and Conquer, as well as the mechanic to elite my weapons. So, like the other 2 mechanics I've got, I went and deleted my weapon and got the trophy Grind Experiment. With all the support squad missions out of the way, I decided it was time to finish off the Riddler content. Alright, I figure it's time we wrap up all these Riddler things, so I don't have to hear Riddler talking to me anymore, so let's start with the challenges. These traversal challenges were super easy. I managed to fail one of them, but it's only because I ended up completely missing where I was supposed to go and fumbled big time. But after like 10 minutes, I had all of them finished, earning me the trophy Turn and Turn Again for getting 13 stars, their Dark Designs for getting 26 stars, and finally Blaze of Glory for getting 39 stars. I followed up the super easy traversal challenges with some super tough riddles. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy, but look at some of these scans. Alright, I used the video for this one. This one's ridiculous, man. How the hell? That's so stupid. This is another absurd one. What? It might not look too crazy to you, but when the riddle doesn't show up on the screen at the right time, and the city's so vertically layered, there is no way I'd have the patience to do this without a guide. But I eventually ended up scanning 21 riddles, earning me the trophy The Real Deal. There you go, the final riddle, The Real Deal. Solved 21 of Riddler's rivals. God, I really just can't speak. I swear it's not for the comedy, it's not a joke. I actually just can't do it. With all the Riddler stuff finished, I decided to head over to the incursion missions that I knew absolutely nothing about at the time. Alright, now I'm going to be doing these, whatever they are. I really don't know what this is. Apparently we're going to Earth 2 and doing some stuff. The first incursion was split into 3 waves and had me killing groups of enemies until I had enough charges to activate this thing and blow everyone up, starting the next wave. And at the end of this, I got my first piece of Bane gear, giving me a tier 1 pistol. The next incursion had me kill all the enemies around a crystal, taking down the shield and allowing me to destroy it. Fun fact, you don't actually have to kill the enemies, you just have to get them away from the crystal. I'm telling you this because I end up using that to my advantage later on. Finishing that got me a tier 1 Bane grenade. And the last kind of incursion mission I had to do was the simplest, where I just had to defend Ivy's plants until the time ran out. Completing this got me a Bane neck bomb mod, earning me my 3rd piece of tier 1 Bane gear and let me get the trophy The Venom Connection for equipping them all at the same time. I also accidentally got the trophy Choices of Evils for equipping 2 pieces of villain gear that have a synergy. And so, that's it. Those are the missions that I had to play over and over for the rest of time. Obviously I had to head back to Metropolis to get the currency needed to access them here and there, and while I was doing that I'd also be completing contracts and raising hell challenges, but the majority of my time was spent in incursions. So here's a little montage of me getting to mastery level 5, mastery level 10, mastery level 15, and mastery level 20. And here's me putting on 3 pieces of tier 2 Bane gear and tier 3 Bane gear. But unless I just kind of show me playing the game, that's basically it. That's all I did for hours. So I'm 40 hours into playing this game. And I'm recording this so future me has like something to refer to. Because if I'm being honest, the game just kind of has me doing a lot of the same stuff over and over again. I'm probably gonna get to the point in the video where I've just kind of got to say, So then I played the game. Yeah, there's really not much else to say here. I do quickly want to mention that I had a pretty rough time once I reached mastery level 10 and beyond, but I tried out Zone X's Deadshot build, and I swear it carried me through the rest of this platinum, so huge thanks to him. Anyway, back to getting some trophies. While getting to Incursion level 20, I actually managed to max out Harley Quinn. So while leveling up Shark, I decided to go around Metropolis completing some contracts for XP, and I wrapped up 100 contracts, getting me the trophy Need to Know. I also got the trophy Number the Dead for defeating 10 Raising Hell hit squads, but I just kind of lost the footage. Like, I know I recorded it because I remember speaking during it, but I just don't know where the clip is, so sorry about that. At this point, I only had 3 trophies left to go. I just had to reach max level with Captain Boomerang and King Shark, and I had to reach squad level 50. I tried using a mode called Killing Time, which is basically an infinite wave of enemies coming at you that increases in difficulty, but I ended up being way too slow, so I went back to Incursions. And so, after a few hours of grinding, I was able to max out King Shark, getting me the trophy King for a day. Now, I gotta admit, it was around this point that the grind had really started to get to me. At this point, I had poured around 55 hours into the game in the space of about a week, which I know a lot of people can do that with new releases, but it's just not something I ever do. I usually need some kind of variety after a few days of non-stop playing, but I really wanted to get this video out, so I decided to push through and move straight on to leveling Captain Boomerang. I guess I hadn't learned my lesson from last time because I decided to try Killing Time yet again, and I got the same outcome. So Boom was at the lowest level any of the characters had been at when I had started grinding them, which meant that the damage I was doing on mastery level 20, ooh, it was not good. However, instead of giving up and lowering the difficulty, I decided to equip the black mask grenades, which launched enemies into the air, and I hopped into the incursion with the crystals. What I did here was use the grenades to get the enemies away from the crystal, which meant I didn't have to kill anyone, and I was able to complete the objectives. And so I just ended up doing this over and over for a few hours until I was finally able to get Captain Boomerang to max level. There you go, Captain Boomerang, Agent of Oz. What a trophy name. Reach max level of Captain Boomerang, 97%. Alright. I have one more trophy to go. By this point, I was watching someone who was streaming the game and I noticed they had space for someone to join. So I decided to go ahead and ask to join their group, and that let me do mastery levels way beyond what I could do on my own. Before, I was stuck around mastery level 20, but with these guys, I was completing mastery level 34 incursions with ease. So after playing with these guys for about 4 hours, I was able to level up a bunch. I ended up getting to squad level 36. I want to give a quick thanks to the Order of Dylan and the rest of the players who joined. I leveled up so much quicker with their help than I could have alone, so huge thanks. I do real quick want to show you our attempt at fighting Brainiac at mastery level 20 with 3 other people who were higher level than me. Here's Brainiac's health bar. We'd been fighting him for 10 minutes. The next day I looked up some good XP farm methods online because I just could not stand the idea of grinding the same difficulty incursions over and over again. When looking that up, I saw the same method being repeated by people to play Gizmo's last mission over and over without succeeding because it's super easy and gets you a really good amount of XP. Sadly for me though, the reason you're not supposed to succeed is because the mission is locked off to you once you complete it. A fun fact for you, I found out about this method literally like 20 minutes after doing the Gizmo mission. It was heartbreaking. Eventually though, I found a guide that told me there was a good XP farm at the end of the mission where I found Earth 2 Luthor. So I went ahead and stayed in the area for about 2 hours, getting me 6 levels. And so my journey ended in inevitability. I tried to deny my destiny, but in the end, I was forced to return to the incursion missions to wrap up the platinum. And I'll tell you this, I didn't take too kindly to it. I actually can't fucking react to anything. I'm actually gonna go crazy here. Awesome, man. That's so cool. I can't even just move. Okay. I can't be asked of this shit. I just can't be fucking asked of this shit, man. It's so tedious. It's the same thing over and over again. But finally, after 62 hours and a full week of doing nothing but grinding this game, I managed to earn the trophy Trial by Blood for reaching squad level 50 and earn myself the platinum. Oh, Trial by Blood? Reached squad level 50? I can't believe I got it from a contract. And the beginning of the end, the ultimate squad. I can't believe I got the last bit of XP from some contract. Alright, there you go. The beginning of the end. Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. There's the platinum done. So I know I sounded sick of the game by the end. Oh, there's no but. That I was sick of the game. Don't get me wrong though, I love this game and I do plan to come back to it in like the next week or so to try and make some OP builds, get good loot, all that stuff. But I think the lesson I need to take from this is that I am just not built for grinding games the way I grinded this one. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like to let me know and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on my next platinum trophy. That's all I've got left to say. George can take it away. I've got to stop doing rhymes at the end of these videos.